Hey, it's BigNFLFanFreak, and we're here with the BigNFLFanFreak show. This time, predicting what may happen in Week 3 of the regular season. Week 3 opens up with the Giants at the Carolina Panthers. My MVP for the Carolina Panthers game, I believe, will be Brown, running back of the Giants. Should have a 2-touchdown performance against the Carolina Panthers. The Giants should also win the game with a final score of 36-7 over the Carolina Panthers. In the slew of Sunday games, first one being the Bucks at the Cowboys, where Tony Romo gets my MVP, as the Cowboys win the game with a final score of 10-17 over the Buccaneers. The Jags and Colts also face in a division battle at the Colts in Indianapolis, where I have MVP Andrew Luck. Although Luck is the MVP, the Jaguars end up winning the game with a final score of 22-17 over the Colts. Bills and Browns also face this week, where I believe the Bills will win the game with MVP Fitzpatrick with a final score of 24-17 over the Browns. In another divisional battle, you have the Jets at the Miami Dolphins, where the MVP probably in that game was the wind, seeing the Dolphins not missed only one, but two chances to win the game against the Jets, as the Jets win the game 27-24 in overtime. The Chiefs and the Saints also play at the Saints, where I have MVP as Drew Brees. Although I have Drew Brees as MVP, I believe the Chiefs will come out victorious with a 27-24 victory. The Bengals and Redskins also face at the Redskins, where I believe the Bengals will win behind Andy Dalton with a final score of 38-31. The Rams and Bears also played this week, where I had MVP Michael Bush for the Bears, and the Bears winning the game 6-23. Niners and Vikings also played, where I gave my MVP to Christian Ponder. Christian Ponder threw for a touchdown and ran for a touchdown as he led the Vikings to a 13-24 victory over the Niners. The Lions go to Tennessee at the Titans, where I have my MVP as defense, as they stood up and stopped the Lions in key times to give themselves a win in overtime, 44-41. The Falcons and Chargers also play at the Chargers, where I gave my MVP to Matt Ryan of the Atlanta Falcons, as he leads the Falcons to victory 27-3. In the Battle of the Birds, the Eagles at the Cardinals, I gave my MVP in this game for Kevin Kolb, where I gave the Cardinals also a victory with a final score of 6-27 over the Eagles. Steelers go to the black hole in the Raiders, as I gave my MVP for this game to Carson Palmer, as he leads the victory for the Raiders over his old rivals in the Steelers, with a final score of 34-31. Peyton Manning faces the familiar foe in the Texans at home, where I give my MVP for this game as Matt Schaub, leading the Texans to a 31-25 victory. In an AFC Championship rematch, the Patriots face the Ravens at the Ravens, where I gave my MVP either to Joe Flacco or the refs. Because if it's Flacco, we'll give it to Flacco for his touchdown performance, or we can give it to the refs for calling the kick good that was possibly bad. So the winner is the Ravens with a score of 31-30 over the Patriots. And finally, the last game is the Packers at the Seahawks, where we'll give the MVP to Golden Tate, even though we shouldn't really, maybe it was rightfully belonged to someone else. But anyway, we'll give it to Golden Tate for his supposable two-touchdown performance against the Packers, as he leads the Seahawks to a possible victory over the Packers to 12-14. Was the final score. That concludes the Week 3 recap, basically, seeing they weren't really predictions. Sorry, Week 3 wasn't really predictions, kind of mostly recaps of who the MVPs and all that were. I'm going to try to do Week 4s beforehand. Try my best to. We just have a lot of videos I'm catching up on, so try my best. So just keep watching, keep up with us, and I'll keep you entertained. Thanks for watching.